chased a million dreams, and all I did was fall. Thought I'd seen it all, my heart on the edge, I need to know there's more. But then you came along, showed me another way. So now I'm standing strong, I'm running the race into a life of faith. I know you're the answer, my savior. With you blooms a new paradise. You're pulling me closer, forever I'll live for you. Oh, I want nothing else. I'll live for you. Oh, I want nothing else.
When I had gone astray, you turned my life around. You're more than enough. There's no better love. I'm racing to your arms. I want you forever, my savior. With you blooms a new paradise. I'm pulling in closer, forever I'll live for you. Oh, I want nothing else. I'm giving up the life I live for myself. It's only Jesus, no one else. To see your glory come alive, I'll live for you. Oh, I want nothing else. I love you forever, my savior. With you blooms a new paradise. You're taking me further, forever I'll live for you. Oh, I want nothing else.
I want nothing else. I want nothing else. I'll live for you. Oh, I want nothing else. I'm giving up the life I live for myself. It's only Jesus, no one else. To see your glory come alive, I'll live for you. Oh, I want nothing else.
I've been shackled to defeat. Nowhere to run, no place to hide. No, the life that changed my feet ain't the one that's meant to be. But your power is oceans deep. Your presence makes me so alive. Yeah. The rush of life I need is a life that runs in me. So I'm gonna do all I can do to see you breaking through. I'm gonna chase what you make new, 'cause freedom comes from you. Face stirring, hearts blazing, ready for your move. I'm gonna do all I can do to see you breaking through. God has overcome defeat. The Prince of Peace has set me free. There's power in Jesus' name. in the breakthrough that I see. So I'm gonna do all I can do to see you breaking through. I'm gonna chase what you make new, 'cause freedom comes from you. Faith stirring, hearts blazing, ready for your move. I'm gonna do all I can do to see you breaking through. Your power is my testimony for my friends to see. Your power is my testimony for my friends to see. Your power is my testimony for my friends to see. Your power is my testimony for my friends to see. Oh, I'm gonna do all I can do. Yeah, I'm gonna do all I can do to see you breaking through.
Look to the sky, receiving full. Find what we seek, see the invisible. I'm off the chain, I've been set loose. So tell the world there is no way to lose. I've been boxed and tied down, bound, and now I'm set free, make me found. Your uncontrollable love has been unleashed in me, been unleashed in me. Your uncontrollable love has been unleashed in me, been unleashed in me. Your heart has been revealed, and now for all to see, now for all to see. Your uncontrollable love
promise from a Savior, a King that I have come to know. He's filled me up with new life. In Him my soul is satisfied. It's joy that lasts forever. Revival that will never die. Let the walls inside come down as I sing your praises loud. Whoa, heaven is here now. Whoa, heaven is all around. I see the world in new light. This darkness runs before my eyes. The skies reveal your colors, a glimpse into your paradise. Jesus came to find me. My chains are but a memory. With freedom that you gave me, I'll be dancing in your glory. With my spirit's trumpet sound, I will sing your praises loud. Heaven is here now. Heaven is all around. Heaven is here now. Heaven is all around. Sing loud, full of triumph, house of faith, praise to the one true King. Rejoice, child of heaven, every tongue confess Christ is Lord. Sing loud, full of triumph, house of faith, praise to the one true King. Rejoice, child of heaven, every tongue confess Christ is Lord. Sing loud, full of triumph, house of faith, praise to the one true King. Rejoice, child of heaven, every tongue confess Christ is Lord. Sing loud, full of triumph, house of faith, praise to the one true King. Rejoice, child of heaven, every tongue confess Christ is Lord. Loud, whoa, heaven is here now. Whoa, heaven is all around. Whoa, heaven is here now. Whoa, heaven is all around.
When life's not everything I had planned, when battles make it harder to stand, you called me into beauty restored. I'm praying for more, praying for more. You show me your heart, you set me apart. You show me your heart, yeah, it's more than I thought. You show me your heart, you set me apart. You show me your heart, yeah, it's more. To Him, you can do more than I imagine. Oh, He can do anything He
your heart, you set me apart. You show me your heart, yeah, it's more to him. You can do more than I imagine. Oh, he can do anything. He can do more than I imagine. Glory be to the God of more. Glory be to the God of more. Glory be to the God of more. I'm going through the open door, 'cause I know that with my God there's more. I'm going through the open door, 'cause I know that with my God there's more. I'm going through the open door, 'cause I know that with my God there's more. So go on through to what's in store, 'cause our God has more, yeah, our God has more. Show me your heart, set me apart. Show me your heart, yeah, it's more than I thought. Show me your heart, set me apart. Show me your heart, yeah, it's more to him. Who can do more than I imagine. Oh, he can do anything. He can do more than I imagine. Glory be to the God of more. Glory be to the God of more. Glory be to the God of more.
We're on.
Hello, Crossway Youth.
Welcome. Welcome. Stage 4 restrictions in, Sammy. It's a new time. It's a new
It's a
world.
new time. I don't think I've ever gone to the extent of working out just what is less than 5 kilometers away from my house, but I got in on that. There's a good website for that. I'll send it to you, JDOS.
I was going to say, have you managed to walk every street in the 5-kilometer radius like Karen, or not quite that far yet?
It feels a bit like that, to be honest. I'm getting my step
Yeah.
count well and truly up. But maybe not. I've gone to most streets. And they're great streets. So, but how about you, mate? Have you been getting out and walking and running and exercising? Know your neighborhood nice and well?
Definitely a few walks, definitely a few runs and whatnot as well. I managed to meet up with a mate about halfway and go for a bit of a run with him, which was a bit of fun. But, you know, with masks on and safe, appropriate social distancing and whatnot, but bit of a run. So that was good. And just trying to do basically what I was doing in stage 3. I don't think too much has changed really. So, it's been all right though. It's been okay. I think Nithya might be having some issues here with her camera. I reckon we could probably...
Can you hear me though, Jaden?
We probably can. I'm guessing the stream can still hear you. I just don't know whether the we can't see you on the YouTube link. So who
I'm not
knows?
sure what's going on. I've tried to turn off my camera and on. So you guys go ahead and have a chat. I'll be working on the side.
We're on. Don't worry. You're in.
I think we can see you now.
Oh,
And we've lost you again. This is exciting. That's all right. We'll work that out, CY. Don't even worry about that.
just
That
know
is
I'm
cool.
here and in spirit with you.
That's it. Yeah, it's a bit of a fade in and out, I think, for you, Nitty, but that's all right. That's okay. Look, CY, Sammy and I just wanted to say to you as well, during this stage 4, it's a new environment. It's potentially a bit of a stressful environment. You're home a lot more with your family. You've got a few more things to think about potentially and just a lot more time to yourself. So we want to make sure that we're looking after you guys and putting you first. So if there's things that you're struggling with at the moment, make sure you do reach out, let your leader know. Talk to one of the staff that are on the team. That'd be Sammy, that'd be Nitty. any of those guys, throw them a message, and especially your leader, if you've got connection to them really easily. Obviously, you can throw them a message and they can get in touch with the guys that are a little bit higher up. So, if you are struggling, make sure you reach out. Make sure you let us know, because we're here to help you. We're here to support you. And we want to see all of you guys coming out the other end of this stage for restrictions, just flourishing, not feeling like it's been bogged down, and you've struggled with it. But we want to see you get up and out of this, and we'll do it together. So that's just the message we wanted to start you off with, and let you know that we're here for you and we're supporting you. So but Sammy, what's planned for tonight? What's going on?
Well, I just want to keep on that for a little sec, mate, and then we can keep going. I think that you raised a really good point. We're here for you, CY, and we want you to hear that. I mean, we're all at home tuning into CY now, and it's kind of strange to just interact with each other on the screen. But community is really important in a time like this, and so is connection. And we've been saying this for a number of weeks and months that we've been in COVID recently. But these new restrictions coming in, make sure you don't do life by yourself at the moment, and make sure that you don't only talk with the people in your house. Make sure that you're active in giving someone a call, sending someone a text, sending someone a message, chatting to your leader if you feel like you want to reach out to your leader. Connection has never been more important in a time like this. And I was actually just sharing with some of the CY leaders just before this, Jaden, as we were kind of praying together before tonight started. I was reminded of a verse in Matthew, where it goes, ask and you will receive, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be open to you. And that really encouraged me. I really get the sense for us, CY, that these next 6 weeks and then beyond is not just a time where we sort of bunker down and get through the storm and just try and make it to the end. But this is a time for us to ask and knock on the door of God, and continue to seek after him, continue to look after him. With the curfew in place and no cars out on the road, it kind of seems a little bit like Melbourne has stopped moving, and we've all stopped moving, which we have. We've stopped physically moving around. But I was really struck by the sense that even though we've stopped physically moving, God hasn't stopped moving. God is not contained by a curfew. God doesn't stop moving at 8 p.m. and start moving at 5 a.m. again. God is here with us tonight, and he's here with us as we leave on Friday night and continue into the rest of the week as well. So that's a little encouragement for you, CY. I think we're all back right now. 3 smiling faces. How fantastic is that? So great to see you, Nithya and Jaden. But a little encouragement to you, CY. Let's not just get through this time. God hasn't stopped moving, even though we've stopped physically moving around. God hasn't stopped doing that. And we got an awesome night tonight, don't we, guys? A great chance to have fun with each other.
So good. So good. Much
So
as I
good.
love cheese.
All while we were preparing, I think Nitty didn't stop carrying on about the fact that she loves her Cheetos. So
I love Cheetos. I love them.
hit us up in the chat if you love Cheetos, or just hit us up with what your favorite snack food is. We had a couple of snack food chats, didn't we, guys, before we hopped on the stream? Snack foods are big at the moment. Snack foods are big. What have you been getting stuck into, Nithy? Some Cheetos?
So snack foods are big, and they are making me big, because that is all I do. We just snack. Like Nicholas will look at the cupboard and go, like, the majority of our cupboard is just snack food at the moment, and I'm a huge contributor to that. But yes, Cheetos are a newly discovered love. I tasted them once before, was like, maybe, and then tasted them again, and I'm like, this is what my life is going to look like now. So Cheetos are top of the list. What about you, Jaden and Sam?
Well, Sammy was saying before that he was chicken crimpy shapes, I believe, which is a big winner. And I can't say that I've got them in my house at the moment, but my go-to at the moment seems to be like Savoys and cheese slices, which is really plain and boring, but it just seems to be a really easy go-to. A really easy go-to.
Very quick on hand.
Oh, yeah.
We've got cheese and we've got crackers. What a combo.
Incredible. Love it. Now, Sammy, we've got a full night of games planned. However, in the lead up to what we're doing with our games night, we have another game just to basically prep our youth, get ready to go, get set. So what's the game that we're going to be playing just to prep everyone and get them all ready for our games night?
Well, just to get you warm, because you are going to need your competitive juices flowing, CY, come 7:30 when games are going to kick off in our Zoom rooms. But we wanted to get the competitive juices flowing right now. And so we're going to need you to be vibrant in the chat. We're going to need you to be engaging, because what I've got over here is I've got a few sheets of paper, and on those sheets of paper is we've got a word or a phrase, but the letters are jumbled up and the letters are scrambled, so it's not in the right order. And what you've got to do, all you've got to do is, after looking at the letters, you've got to tell us what that word is unscrambled. That's how we're going to go. And if you're able to do that and be the first person to chuck it into the chat, then we will have a way to get a prize to you, to your house. Even in stage 4, we're going to manage to find a way to do that. Mm-hmm. So I've got a whole bunch of pieces of paper. Do you reckon we should just show the first one, Nithya and Jaden? See what people have got?
I do reckon. I reckon.
Absolutely.
This is going to be a bit of a layup. I'm going to start with a softball here, and hopefully people are real quick on the chat. But I'm going to hold it up right now.
I should preface with this, like, Nitty and I were absolutely terrible at this game in the lead up to tonight. So we had actually no idea what this said for a while. It did take us a hot minute, but I'm sure you guys will be a lot better than us.
I think I actually went for osteo something.
That's
I can't remember.
We have got it held up, and first Emma in the chat, I believe we've got M. Kutchi. Is that right, Jaden?
Emma is the first one, I'm pretty sure, that got there. So, yeah, definitely Emma. Well done, Emma.
That was easy. That was supernatural for you, Emma. Well done. Congratulations. Claps for Emma. That was a layup. That was a little bit of just easing you into it, CY. It wasn't a layup for Nithya and Jaden, however, but it was for you smart young people who are on the stream right now.
Bit of a shot for Nithya and I.
Well, you guys have been out of school for a while. You know, these guys are remote learning. They're studious. They're getting on with it. So that's okay. Don't beat yourselves up.
I struggle a lot.
Have you seen this cheeky comment in the chat though? Just here, apparently you can find like a word like unjumbler. I don't know what you call it. They said it much more nicely in the chat. But you can like type the letters in and then it unjumbles the words for you, which is real cheeky. Don't use that. Be a good sport. Play right. Be a good
sport. Ruby Muggeridge just jumped in and said that would take too long. I imagine it would, and I know that you wouldn't do that, Ruby. You've got a good head on your shoulders. But let's get the answer out as quick as we can, guys. I got the second word. Are you ready? This is not a softball, but it should be pretty straightforward. Are we ready? I'm going to hold it up right now. And hopefully we can get that in the screen. Chuck it in straight up if you can tell me what that is unscrambled. I know the words are backwards. Let's be looking at the chat right now for the first one. Jaden, what do we got?
I don't even know what the right word is. I'm pretty sure. Is it coronavirus?
It might be coronavirus, but let's have a go. What's the first What's the first one we've got there?
I think it's someone named Leach. I don't know how you pronounce that. Liighe.
Great to see you, Liege. Welcome to Crossway Youth. Liege, send us a message on Instagram or Facebook, or you can email us. Let us know who you are, Liege, and that you guessed that correctly. Well done. Quick fingers, ready to go. I hope you're not using a word unscrambler, Liege. What were you saying, Nithya?
So quick. I'm so impressed.
Ready to go. That's like trigger finger. Ready to go, ready to get on it, ready to type it in on the keyboard. Well done, Leach. We've got 3 more, guys. 3 more words that I'm going to hold up to the screen. 3 more opportunities people have got to get around some prizes here. And I back you guys in as well. I think you can get this one. But I'm going to hold it up right now. Make sure you're nice and quick in the chat. And this is our third word. This is our third word. Make sure you get in the chat real nice and quick. A little bit more complex, maybe.
Mine is coin party.
Coin
That's-
party is a no. We got some we got some question marks. Sydney Chan, it's not coin party, unfortunately. It's a single word. And
I'm glad you went for it.
that's true. It's not Corona party either. That would be a little bit tasteless. Maybe guys, like we try and give a little bit of a hint if people are struggling here. It could potentially have something to do with our online board game night tonight specifically. It could potentially have something to do with games and board games. Maybe, I don't know. Let's have a look at the chat, Jaden. What have we got in the chat? One more time.
Is it Pictionary?
That's a big ding, ding, ding. Well done. Whoever
Well
got Pictionary,
done.
well done. That's a big.
Chloe McLaren. Was she the first one to get it in there?
Yeah, Chloe McLaren looks like.
Well done,
Well
Chloe
done.
McLaren. That's a goal. That's 6 points. Well done.
Awesome.
Nothing. Fantastic. Fantastic.
So,
Guys, we got two. One more
Who's
time.
won prizes? So we got Emma Cutchie's won one. Lee, I think it was. I'm pretty sure they told me that it was Lee. It's a little bit later.
Lee.
And then last was Chloe. So 3 winners so far. How many more chances have we got, Sammy?
We have got 2 words to come, Jaden.
2 more chances to win.
2 more chances to win. 2 to come. This one, we'll see how people go. We'll chuck this one right up here. This is our second to last option. CY. Have a crack at that.
I did get this one. I did get this one, didn't I, Nee? It took me a minute.
Took a bit of
I got
time.
it.
And I
Got
did
it.
not. I'm very impressed with people's scrambling skills because I'm looking at that and my brain always makes it seem like the word will definitely start with one of the first 2 letters that are in the but that's not how it works. That is
Nah,
it's a stitch up.
absolute stitch up. How we
It
going?
looks really complicated, but it's just not.
Do we reckon people needed a little bit more of encouragement there, Jaden, in the chat, or are people getting close?
We've really confused Shanty, which is funny. It seems to be that everyone is confused.
Fantastic.
Keep having a think. I really like that people are still guessing. They're going for importance, which is not correct.
Well, this is an important thing.
It is very important.
It is pretty important. So I could understand why they go in that direction, but it is not importance.
Should we?
Nithya, you know what the word is, don't you, Nithya?
I know this word because Nicholas helped me out with it, and we can give people a clue. So if you've been playing along, you would have seen that there is a theme that has been for all the words, and the theme has sort of been around Crossway Youth. Would we agree with that being a thing? That's been the theme. So now I would think about what's something that is so integral to Crossway Youth. That would be my clue, and then we can probably help them if we need more of a clue than that. But it's an integral part of the Crossway Youth year.
Oh, there we go. All right, we got it. Hang on. So I just like to point out Duck Wing has said chips, which I thought was really quite funny. But then Winter Camp, Catherine Smith, Kaz has jumped.
Catherine Smith. Well
Is it too
done.
much of a clue?
Very cheeky Kaz Smith. I like it. Yeah,
It
4th
was-
prize winner is the leader.
Integral and of highest importance. Winter Camp
It's
was.
very important.
And so
Well
are
done,
chips.
Kaz.
Apparently, they're put on an equal. What is it? Balancing beam type thing. I don't know what
That
you call it.
is such joy to my ears. I work in the cafe on most Fridays, and I can highly, highly agree that chips are incredibly important to the running of Crossway Youth on Friday night. It's part of who we are.
It's got something to do
that,
with cooking, doesn't
I never cook it. I just eat it.
it?
Not that I've been lacking for chips or fried potato whilst I've been in isolation, but there's just something about Crossway Youth chips that you can't get when you're at home in isolation. Isn't that right?
It is right. We can't actually give away our recipe because then people wouldn't buy it, they'd just make it themselves. But all I can say is can't wait for Crossway Youth to start up again so we can get back in the kitchen, so to speak.
That's right. That's right.
Is it a Colonel's 10 secret herbs and spices type scenario, Nithya? Can you give us one of the secret ingredients, or is that giving away your hand a bit too much there?
No, you know what? Just for you, Sammy, I will. It's one of the main ingredients that I'm not sure that you would have picked up is actually canoilo.
What?
Canola oil? Is that what you're going for there, Nitty? I just want to clarify.
No, it's canoilo. And
Canoilo.
that's why it's so secret. That's why I've never heard of it before. That's how secret it is. That's what makes the chips so good. That's why they're so good.
The canoilo.
Canoilo.
In like 2 months' time, and they're all going to be like, "Can I have more canoilo with my chips, please? I need more canoilo."
I'm going to try and buy some for my house. I'm going to try and put canoilo on everything, not just my chips.
Wait.
But yeah.
I can't wait.
I can't believe that just happened to me. I just watched a video where that happened to someone else, and I just found it the funniest thing in the world. But that is terrible. Oh well, what can you do? Canoilio.
Canoilio, CY. That's the first secret ingredient. Tune in next week for the second secret ingredient. Canoilio is number 1.
Who knows? It could be canola next week.
And then oil the week after. Goodness me. All right.
Do we have another word, Sammy? Do we have one more word?
To change the topic from
here. Right in my hands here, I've got the final word. Who Wants a Millionaire music? If I had some, I'd be playing it in the background right now. I appreciate that. Thanks, Nithy. This is the final word, CY. Should be nice and simple. We're hoping you get it. This is the final word, final chance to win some points here. Chuck it in the chat. Nice and quick. It is not canoilio.
There we go. Who got that
Who's
first?
first cab off the rank?
Emma again. We're gonna go to the next person. Is that meant to be like Gemma? I don't know. Gemme. I have no idea. Jemmy?
I'm gonna go with Jemmy. I'm gonna go with
All
Jemmy.
right. All right. No, I like it. Jemmy, send us a message. Let us know that you've got that right. It is Gemma. I was right. It's Gemma. Wonderful. All right. We're going with Gemma. Gemma, send us a message. Let us know your info, and we will get you out a prize as well. And the other 4, which included Kaz Smith, very cheeky. Leader gets in there and gets herself a prize. I like it.
What can you do?
No,
it is
good.
For everyone, Jaden. So
it is for everybody. That is correct. Now, Nithya, what's going on tonight? How are we doing this board game night? What's it gonna look like? What's it gonna include? Walk us through it.
So true. We are excited to be doing a board game night virtually and online. I don't know how often this happens, but it definitely is the first time that Crossway Youth has taken it upon themselves to have a board game night online. We have had them at church, but this is it for the first time. So excited. Who's excited in the group?
I'm very excited. It's almost like the final frontier. And we're here. We're here as a Crossway Youth community. They said it couldn't be done, but I'm just getting confirmation that this is the first time it's ever been done, online board game party. So we're breaking new ground here tonight, Crossway Youth. You're a part of history. Well done.
So I believe we have a number of games running that everyone, because it is for everyone, can join. Some of them may have a number that is you can't go past it, so it has a capacity on it. So if you do happen to join one of those rooms, you may have to jump into another game, but you do have the option of joining about 8 games. Is that correct? The number's correct? They're really, really good games too. I've played a number of them. So, Sammy, I'm actually going to throw to you to let everyone know, how do you jump into each room and what's it going to look like? Are there going to be leaders there? Do I need a password?
That's all really good stuff, and I'm happy to give a little bit of information there, Nithy. We're going to be playing these board games in Zoom, CY. So your small group leader should have sent you out the details for each of the different 8 Zoom rooms that the board games are going to be happening in. So all you need to do is just look at what they sent through to you, and it should have the meeting number and it should have the password to get in as well. So you can look at that, choose what room you want to go into. Maybe you want to go in all together as a small group. Maybe you want to split up and go some here and some over there. It's totally up to you. It depends what game you want to play. We've got what are some of the games we got, guys? We've got a Pictionary in there, I believe. We've got a Connect 4 in there. We played that at Freeway a couple of weeks ago. We've got a Quiplash in there as well, I do believe. Yep. We've got a Jaden. You got any other ideas on what any of the games are going to be?
Scribble.io or Scribblio, whatever you call it.
Mm-hmm.
There's trying to think.
Categories.
Categories. That was the other one I
I'm
was
keen
thinking.
for categories, and I will be hosting categories with my husband Nicholas at 8:30. If you join at that point, I'm keen for it. I love categories. But we've also got, I believe, Hey Robot, which is a great game that I've played a number of times with our life group. Sammy's part of that, and Sam was saying to the leaders in the briefing before, it is incredibly competitive. So if you're ready to get competitive, but kind, that's see why we do kind competitiveness, then jump on Hey Robot too. That's going to be a good place for you.
Kind, competitiveness, and Canolio. Those are our 3 values at CY.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe that. Sammy, that's not cool. That's not
That was me.
Canolio.
That was not Canolio. I apologize. That was not very Canolio. But those are going to be live CY from 7:30. So in just about 6 minutes time, you're going to be able to head over to those groups and jump in there. Real quick, if you're not part of a small group yet at CY and you haven't been able to connect in with a small group, but you'd love to join in with the online board games that we're going to be running, send Crossway Youth a message. Send us a message on Instagram or on Facebook, and we'd love to get those details out to you. So just get in contact with us if you'd love to join in tonight, and we'd be really happy to kind of set you up there and get you into one of those Zoom groups. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. What game would you choose if you had to choose one game to play tonight, Jaden and Nithya? What would you jump into first?
Ooh, that's a toughie. Ooh, Jaden.
You may be muted there, Jaden. Potentially. Not 100%.
Hang on. My bad, everybody. I did turn that off for a minute. I'm having a look through the list of games right here, right now. I was just saying, I'm not too bad at the old chess. I know it's a sort of 1v1 type game, but not too bad at the old chessboard. So I might jump on that one early on and have a look and see who's going and what the strategy is behind who's playing and whatnot. What about you, Nitty? Which one are you wanting to watch tonight?
Yeah, that's a tricky one because I'm sort of someone who, once I start to enjoy a game, I usually just am very firmly an advocate for it. So I may just be in categories for most of the night, just like playing and then hosting and then playing and then hosting. I'm definitely going to be playing when I'm hosting too, and I am going to bring it. I'm not going to go easy on anyone. And trust me, that's not going to make too much of a difference because, as everyone knows who's been playing with me, I'm not very good at it. But I do enjoy a good categories.
That's awesome. Man. That's awesome. I think for the leaders, sorry, Nitty, I didn't mean to cut you off. I think the leaders that are handing out the information to their youth, I think that's just been posted to our leader group chat. So make sure that leaders grab the detail of like the image with everything on it, all of the board games, all of the passwords and meeting codes and all that sort of stuff, and send that one out to your youth. I think that's just been posted now. So leaders can send that out to their youth right now if youth were stressing out because they didn't have that yet. So you should get that pretty soon, youth. No concerns there.
No concerns there at all. And pretty exciting as well. Come 7:30, which is in 3 minutes' time, Board games will be live. You can jump off the stream and head into a board game, or if you want, you can actually choose to stay on the stream, because what we're going to do, the three of us, the Dynamic Duo CY commentary team, is we're going to do a little bit of technological magic, and we're actually going to be able to hop into different board games, different Zoom rooms, and do a bit of commentating, guys, aren't we? We're going to be able to check out how the games are going and what's going on and who's getting up and who's winning and who's losing.
That's
That's
right.
gonna happen.
What I'm interested to know in.
Sorry, go Nitty.
Yeah,
Go
that
Nitty.
is true. No, that's fine. I noticed that Sam said the dynamic duo of CY. Who out of me and Jaden have you chosen to be dynamic with? And who's the third wheel?
That's I'm gonna claim a tip of the slung, a slip of the tongue there.
Did you do that on purpose? That was awesome.
I did. A tip of the slung. That's my dad taught me that, and I do it all the time.
I never knew that. That's awesome.
But I am legit gonna claim it. I couldn't possibly choose out of the two of you. It'd be too hard. It'd be so I'm gonna go terrific trio rather than dynamic duo for tonight, and correct myself. The terrific trio of the CY commentary team. We're gonna get in and we're gonna commentate on some of these games and check out some action live. In fact, I've got a little marker pen here that I'm going to use as a microphone and just hold here next to my mouth, just so it's fully legit.
I wish I had a microphone. Hang on.
You got some food for your microphone. We've got 1 minute. 1 minute CY. You can make sure you check out those meeting details and head over to a Zoom room right now. There's going to be leaders in those Zoom rooms helping kick us off with the games, helping to explain those. Make sure you head across to there now, or if not, you can hang around right here, and we're going to pop into some of those rooms right now. Oh, we've all got microphones. Fantastic. Look at that. The commentary team.
We're ready to go. We're so ready to go. I can't wait to get involved in these games. Do we have a choice of game that we want to get involved with here? Early commentator crew?
True.
That's a good question. I feel like you're touching your ear there, Nithy, for the commentator live cross. I feel like I need to do that as well. Otherwise, I might start to feel left out.
You guys.
Nod a little bit.
I'd be keen to jump into pretty much. I'm gonna go with Quiplash first. What are you guys feeling? Because I'm happy if you guys seem to agree on one, and then
I can get behind that, Nitty. I have no complaints about getting involved in Quiplash early on. I know there's a minute or so of delay where we get everyone onto the Quiplash game, but I imagine that'll fill up pretty quick. And if not, then I'll definitely be trying to join into the Quiplash game pretty early on. So I don't even know whether that's possible. Can I phone it and be on this at the same time? But I won't do that if there's no space. But it'll be fun. I'm excited to get involved. So I think we are going to stream to Quiplash pretty soon. So
we will be shortly.
Let's communicate with our tech genius Conrad here. You guys can keep going. I'm going to send this link Conrad's way.
Fantastic. Most commentators have got nicknames or a little audio jingle, little theme song, don't they? For the Channel 9 commentary team have got a classic theme tune as they come in. I'm not sure any of us are adept enough to sing our theme tune right now, but unless Nithya, you want to volunteer to sing our commentary team theme tune.
Okay, well, I have someone singing for me, and I'm going to bring him on camera right now because he's just wanting to really take over. Would you like to commentate tonight, Nicholas?
Nah, I'm just here for special effects. Just here for special guest appearance. Need any other theme songs, you know where to find me.
Okay, alrighty.
That's fantastic. The terrific trio has become the even better quartet. Is it a quartet? What is the word for that? Is it a quartet?
Trio beat a fiend who is stealing my biscuits right now, and they were my sister tonight. So
that is an utter stitch up. That is
It's
an utter stitcher.
It is shameless.
You mean shameful?
No, I mean shameless. But you know what? I wouldn't put it past me. My nickname's going to be Cornelio. I'll take that. And Sammy, yours can be Duo.
Duo. I'll take that. Cornelio, Duo, and Jaden can be. Actually, we were talking just before about how Jaden's favorite food is his mum's lasagna. So potentially we could call Jaden lasagna. Or
Hardy lads. Yeah.
Or mum's lasagna. Any of those.
I'm happy with all of those.
You're on
In fact,
mute again,
I'm happy
mate.
with the variation.
I'm sorry. I'm so happy with that. I'm trying to communicate with Conrad. I'm multitasking, but not doing it very well, clearly. But I will be with you shortly. Hang on. Because we're almost in Quiplash. I promise. We're almost there.
I'm happy to chat in the bands. Earlier we were chatting about food, which we already spoke about, but I hope that people are well fed tonight and they've got some good snacks with them as they get onto the board games. We were talking about our favorite meals, and surprisingly, two of us, both Jaden and myself, were very into lasagna. So apparently,
I
Sam,
have just heard that from Nicholas Glenn, and I'm all on it, Nicholas Glenn.
What did you do, Sam?
How could be with the mic? Usually, no one would pick up his whispers. But I'm glad that that's available to all.
Hello.
Oh, who are we hearing? Who's this?
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Oh, we've got a Nithia in here.
Hello.
Is that a Sam? Is that a Sam Lee? I think I heard a Sam Lee, but we're just waiting for confirmation from the tech crew, I think.
Got a few more coming.
This is
How did Nithia just change to? Like, what?
We are here
Just
as the commentary team.
switch over.
Maybe a Randall as well. Are we also hearing a Randall? I believe
It's
this
a
might be
game
a...
of deciphering who we can hear, and yes, we can hear them.
Oh, it's Kaz. It's Kaz. Okay.
This is a surreal commentary experience.
I'm wondering
feel
whether they
invested.
can hear us. I'm wondering whether they can hear us, Sam. I think that might not be what's happening right now. Perhaps we need more of these ones. We need more of these just to listen and see what's happening.
Maybe we should commentate and commentate on what we can hear.
Okay, all right. Okay. So
We
I
are
wonder,
ready to go for Quiplash.
we're
we
so
are
ready.
ready. We are ready for Quiplash.
I actually think that these guys heard us for a moment on the Quiplash stream, but I think there's now a slight delay. But I think we did hear them momentarily at the very beginning, and they heard us. I think because they said, "Is that here?" We'll see.
We'll see. If you're still watching the stream and you haven't got off to a room yet, make sure you pop into a board game right now. Make sure you head across to where the action is at and get into a board game. Quiplash.
That's right. Unless, of course, you're absolutely loving the commentary that we're providing, and in that case, stick around. No need to go anywhere. Make sure you
That's
stay
true.
right here.
Yes.
That is true.
It's gonna be a. I was talking to Nicholas about this because I didn't understand with footy. I've just started to get into footy and appreciate footy. But how do they take turns when they're commentating about who's gonna go. No, he's got the ball. Blah, 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 blah. I would fill in names with what they're doing with the ball, but I have no idea what they're doing with the ball. And oh, he marked it, and now it's going to Jefferson. Yeah, that stuff. How do they know how to let someone take?
Do they
That
have
is a good question, Nithya. And I guess I'm not 100% sure of the answer. I guess that's just down to team chemistry and it's like those horse racing commentators. Have you ever heard those horse racing commentators? They just speak at 3,000 miles an hour. And hey, if there's a difficult profession, it's horse race commentating.
Yes.
I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. I'll tell you what would be the most difficult out of all of them, though. If you know those guys in like the bidding wars, bidding wars where they're like speaking real quick, and they're like, 50 for this, 50 for that, and they just keep carrying on. Imagine if that was a team sport to try to get that happening. That would be unbelievably difficult because you couldn't even hear over the top of each other. But we're almost into Quiplash. I promise you, audience, we are almost there. There is like slight technical things that we're still working out, and then we are going to get there so soon, and we're going to be playing Quiplash before you know it. So make sure you stick around. If you're not in a room yet, as Sam said before, get yourself into a room, get yourself into a game, get that happening, and then we are going to be crossing live to Quiplash very shortly, I hope. We'll see how we go, though.
If you could commentate anything, sport or event, what would you commentate, Jaden? What sport would be your go-to commentating? What do you feel like you got the knowledge of? What do you feel like you could talk about quickly? What do we think?
I think at the moment, my AFL football knowledge would be very in-depth. The limited players that I don't know the names of, I think, on a lot of teams. There are some teams that I don't know very well, but I think there would be a pretty in-depth knowledge. If it was a Brisbane game, I think I'd be pretty sorted. Or actually, I know I'd be pretty sorted because I know all the Lions players. But there might be some teams that I'd have difficulties with. Nidhi, what about you? What would be something that you want to commentate on, even if it's not a sporting event? What might be something that you have such a knowledge of that you would be so happy to commentate for it?
Thanks, Jaden. Yeah, for sure. I would definitely have to say I'd be really good at commentating, a little bit like Gogglebox or Inception in a way, but I'd like to commentate on commentators. So for a sport, if that, or commentate on judges, anyone who's really just talking about what someone else is doing. So I think about the block and how Shayna Blaze gets on and gives her opinion. I would love to give my opinion of Shayna Blaze's opinion and how she communicates that. Because sometimes I think that her tone is a little bit more biting than she means to be. But I'd really like to get in there and start that. What about you, Sammy?
Thanks, Nithya. Thank you. If I had to choose to commentate anything, it's probably going to be commentating, watching this back after we finish going live tomorrow morning. I think that's what I'll do. I'll jump on and commentate us commentating in the morning. I'll watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I kid. I would not do that. If I had to commentate anything, I would commentate my own family dinner. I reckon that there are, family dinner, there's just certain conversations and certain interactions where you would love to have a video camera or just be able to capture the moment and commentate what people are thinking with a certain facial expression because they're stewing on the inside but they're not saying anything on the outside. I'm a bit of a natural pot stirrer in that sense at my family dinners, which sometimes is to my detriment and to my parents' detriment. But I would love to commentate on a family dinner, just get right up next to people when they're stewing on something, or just get right in their face with a microphone and ask them what they think about things. Might not go down a treat, but I would be very much enjoying myself if I did that.
Yeah. that sounds like a good night, Sammy.
For me, maybe not for anyone else around the dinner table, but it would be for me, for sure.
Now that you say it, I think that you could probably come commentate my family dinners and you'd get a kick out of that too. There's a few goodies.
Lots of good material there. Okay.
Lots of good material. Good drama. Good drama to commentate on. Canola on.
Good drama. Good drama.
What's an average number of people that would be at your dinner table at the moment during coronavirus, though? I can't imagine there'd be all that many at the dinner table for you guys.
True.
No.
Great follow-up question, Jaden.
That's true. I reckon I'd be looking at somewhere between like 4 or 5 people. It wouldn't be too many. But there's some characters out of those 4 or 5. I'll tell you what. So we'd be lacking in quantity of people, but not lacking in quantity of content to commentate on. There keeps on being. I'm not sure how much you'd have with just yourself and your husband, Nithya, at home, and how much commentating there would be going on in your household with just the 2 of you. But I'd be more than happy to pop in and commentate at some point. You can zoom me in. You can zoom me in
for that, Sammy. That sounds really good. Yeah, there's really just 2 of us discussing things, but of course we invite the Lord every time we're gonna.
That's true. The Lord is present with us at all times. We can commentate on what the Lord is saying. What the Lord is saying to us at dinner, what the Lord is saying to us right now. Maybe God is the ultimate commentator. Maybe I'm just maybe God is like a commentator. Do you reckon he has a little marker in front of his face and he walks around and commentates with the Holy Spirit on what's going on? Just all 3 of them in the Trinity? A little bit like the 3 of us right now?
I would say that if I was to guess, and that's all I'm doing in the sense of that, that he would be a wonderful person to speak into situations. And, usually I ask Nick in AFL, can the players hear what the commentators are saying? And he said no. That's correct, right, Nicholas? Yes. They can't. So hopefully that would not be the case in the one where the Lord's speaking, because we want to be able to hear and apply what he's saying. And I don't imagine he would be spewing such rubbish that some commentators generally do when I'm watching what I'm watching for you. I think everything he'd be saying is gold. You'd probably want it on a bit more something maybe like sitting down, a nice sermon. I'd appreciate that. But it didn't really too.
Touch more volume on the old TV. Turn that up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly right, Jaden. Thank you for that.
I did struggle to hear you there, Nitty, just because the microphone wasn't quite up to your mouth the entire time, but I think I caught the gist of it. No, that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. I did get the majority of it, though. Yeah. No, very good. Very good.
Hopefully you've got into a Zoom room by now, CY. Hopefully you're into a board game right now. We are still just working out some stuff with the live cross for our commentary team here at Crossway Youth Headquarters. But we'll be shortly into a board game before too long, and we'll be able to commentate and put our commentary skills to action and not just hold a marker in front of our faces the entire night and not put it to good use. We will be putting it to good use. But
You're so right, Sam, you are so right. In fact, we might not even be crossing to Quiplash first off. We might be trying something a little bit different. So we'll go to whatever we need to, though. Like, honestly, we're pretty adept at commentating probably any sport on the planet, I'd say. Just our skills in general of commentary, I'd say, are pretty up there. So we'd be happy to commentate anything. And
I reckon between the 3 of us, we could cover most bases on things in the world that can get commentated. We'd be good between the terrific trio. That's what we are. That's what we are. Hey guys, just before we go into an online board game and do a bit of commentary, we talked about our nicknames before. I believe I was the duo. We've got Canolio in the middle, and then on the right we've got Mum's Lasagna. But we never actually heard why it's Mum's Lasagna and why your Mum's Lasagna is your favorite food, Jaden. Do you want to provide a bit of commentary on that? Why is your Mum's Lasagna just the best food in the entire world?
Well, Sam, what you have to understand about Mum's Lasagna is that she cooks it like nobody else does, in the way that the ingredients that go into the lasagna just don't seem to belong. But it's the fact that they don't belong that they just seem so right while they're there. So in pretty much every meal that Mum ever cooks, there's there's 3 ingredients that go into it. So it doesn't matter what the dish is. Obviously, it's not a dessert, but any main meal contains peas, corn, and carrot for whatever reason. Now, it sounds real weird and sounds quite yuck, but trust me, they taste like pretty much nothing, and they just add essence to the meal for whatever reason. So when we're making, well, when Mum's making lasagna, she puts in peas, corn, carrot, and then there's also like zucchini. She still does the beef and all that sort of stuff, the good cheese, the massive amount of cheese, all that sort of stuff goes on top, and gets crispy edges and all that sort of jazz. But it's just something about having those vegetables in there, just make it just different, just something hits the spot. Something's just right about it. So wrong, but so right. And that's what makes it so.
You're absolutely glowing, mate, when you talk about it. It comes naturally to you to rave about your mum's lasagna.
Nothing better.
I feel like I want to try it right now. I'm not sure about you, Pastor Nithia in the middle, but I feel like I could go for some of Auntie Melinda's lasagna right now. That sounds fantastic. That sounds fantastic.
One of my favorite foods. As soon as you started talking about it, Jaden, my mouth started to water. So I got my snacks out.
I can't tell whether that's one massive Cheeto or whether that's a carrot stick there, Nitty.
Boy, I wish it was a Cheeto because I love Cheetos. I love. But it is just like it's a mini carrot. Do you know those carrots? What are they called? They're like
baby carrots.
No, they're not a baby carrot. I think it's a type of it's a type of carrot. Are they called English carrots or Dutch carrots?
Cannolio, perhaps.
Cannolio carrots. That's it.
The old alliteration.
Variety that's very small, and they come in the shops. They're like miniature carrots. Unless I'm really going to embarrass myself if they are just like underdeveloped carrots, so they just take the shops and leave the stems on. But I've seen
stunted growth.
I've seen these, and these are different to baby carrots. So yeah. And here's some spring dip. Oh.
Now
some spring onion dip.
Tech crew, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that we actually do have the ability to jump into this Zoom call right now, potentially. We're just going to not allow them to hear us, so they aren't getting distracted, which I think is fair enough because we are talking a lot. So I think we might be jumping in, but without the ability for them to hear us, which is probably a very good call on your behalf, Conrad, or Tech crew. Sorry, Tech crew, behind the scenes. We might be jumping into a different game though, other than Quiplash. So while I send we're gonna go with Pictionary crew. What do you reckon about that? Bit of Pictionary?
I'm a fan, Jaden.
All right. Well, I will send that link to Conrad now, and we will be up and running pretty soon, I reckon.
Do you guys have any snacks with you at the moment? Is that a normal thing that commentators do? Do they eat snacks while they commentate? Because I would like to make it a staple for Anithia commentating. I mean, sorry, a Canolio commentation. Commentation? Is that a word?
Yep.
I'll allow it.
Well, as experienced commentators, Nithi, we are all well versed in what commentators do and what commentators don't do on a regular basis. There are almost just agonizingly close a packet of Cheese Supreme Doritos to my computer, which are just waiting there looking for me, waiting to be eaten. And so I may have to get onto that and get some snacking done at some point in the not too distant future. I'm a Cheese Supreme Doritos kind of guy. I'm not an English or a Dutch carrot guy, unfortunately. Cheese Supreme Doritos, it's either don't open the bag or the whole bag's gone. That's about how I go with them. I'm not sure about you guys.
No, that's exactly like balsamic vinegar and salt chips for me. See, do you know that one? I think it's, what's the brand? Is it Kettle? No. There's a particular brand that does really well with it, and Pretty much, I will down a big packet of those.
Salt
Any
and vinegar chips.
balsamic vinegar.
Ooh.
Sorry, that's a really
Balsamic.
big distinction.
Sorry, yeah. I didn't quite get that. Yeah, balsamic vinegar. Balsamic vinegar. Wow.
That's it.
Jaden, your mum's lasagna is your favorite meal. What's your go-to snack? I'm not sure if we've talked about this yet.
I think we mentioned maybe some Savoys and cheese bickies at the very start of the night is my current go-to. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's my current go-to. In terms of favorite snack, that's a totally different question. That's a totally different question. Favorite snack would oh man, Sam, you put me on the spot here. Favorite snack would have to be
Are you a sweet or a salty kind of guy?
Well, I think it's hard to go past shapes. Like, there's certain types of shapes that are really hard to go past. One of them definitely being barbecue. The other definitely being chicken crimpy, like you mentioned earlier. Both of those are very, very difficult to say no to. And like, if someone put them in front of my face right now, I wouldn't be able to say no. I have just had dinner, but I wouldn't be able to say no. I would say, yeah, I will have one at least. But then one also leads to 25 to 30. So it's quite, it's that sort of roller coaster ride. You have to have one, then you have to have lots. So that's my relationship with shapes. But
they're made to be eaten.
About barbecue shapes, I don't get it. Barbecue shapes are just so bland and I can't stand them, and everyone loves them. They're all in the barbecue shapes team.
That is probably quite an unpopular opinion about barbecue shapes.
Yeah, I would agree.
Potentially with the revamped barbecue shapes, that was an accurate call. Do you guys remember when, like a year or two ago, they put new branding on the shapes and they tried a new flavor profile, and then
that is the only time I've enjoyed barbecue shapes, Sammy.
Wow, that was probably just one of the stark worst periods of my shapes experience in my entire life. I remember there was petitions being signed to get back to the original flavors and the original packaging. I didn't sign one of them myself.
I have to have signed at least one of them. Yeah.
I'm sure you would have, with the vigor that you talked about shapes just before. That's but I'm there with you, mate. And Nithya, I'm quite surprised that you enjoyed the revamped shapes that they made.
I loved those shapes. They had some really good ones. I was disappointed when they got rid of them altogether. I thought they were just going to keep the original and the new. But there was a delicious, I just love the nacho cheese. The nacho cheese ones. They're amazing. That's the best shapes there are.
Strange choice, I feel. Like, I just think there's maybe two to three, maybe four that people generally say are their favorites. I'd say, like, barbecue, chicken, I've heard cheese and bacon, which is a bit iffy, but I've heard that being people's favorite. And I've also
my second favorite.
And I've heard like the I have heard nacho cheese before, I guess. I'd put that cheddar. That's the one. Toby's just told me cheddar. That's the other one that people really like.
If I could downvote the YouTube comment, I'd be doing that right now, Toby Skulls. I'm sorry. Bless you, but I'm not a fan of cheddar shapes, to be honest with you.
I'm not either. Definitely wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but it is definitely one that I've heard from other people before.
People seem to get around pizza shapes. I'm not 100% sure that I'm on board with that, to be honest. But I'll eat them. Like if they're there in front of me, I'll eat them. But I wouldn't be choosing that if I was at Coles.
Yep. No, I'll eat them as well. Definitely. Toby's
never
just
said it was one of your favorites. That's fair play to you, Toby. Yeah. That's fair play. I apologize. That's fair play.
Toby, do you want to let us know what your favourite actually is, though, mate? Just out of curiosity, if you could help us solve this debate. If it's nacho cheese, that's weird, but I imagine it'll be barbecue. No, I'm just kidding, Eddie. It'll be barbecue or chicken crimpy. I can't imagine. Yeah, barbecue every day of the week. That's quite accurate. Even your husband, Eddie, has just jumped on the chat and let us know that barbecue is every day of the week. So it's disappointing. But we'll turn you around, I reckon. We'll turn you around. We'll get you onto the chicken crimpies, maybe. Maybe that could be a new one.
I don't mind mind chicken crimpies. They're fine. I'm not around barbecue shapes. I'm not around them. I'm actually fully against them. I would be their biggest advocate.
Wow. Okay.
If there was a petition to go back to the type of barbecue shapes they had like 2 years ago, would you sign that petition?
My name would be the first on the list, and then I would use Julius, and then another one, and I'd have all my different email addresses so I can sign it as many times as I possibly can. Bring back new barbecue. Bring back new barbecue.
You heard it here first, CY. New barbecue shapes are apparently making a comeback, led by Nithya. She's going to be bringing around pieces of paper, sign-up sheets, and on clipboards around the neighborhood when we're back out. Or she'll start off with just the 5-kilometer radius and then expand out after that.
Every single household.
And she'll actually come to your doorstep. She'll just leave the piece of paper out the front of your yard and leave, and then come back later and pick it up once you've signed it. Yeah. That's what she told us earlier.
Until it's signed. No, yeah, that's it. What about your favorite teas? We've been talking about snacks and dinners. I've chowed down to a mango and strawberry. That was compliments of my mother-in-law. She's blessed me with.
Is there much tea in a mango and strawberry tea, or is it mostly just like fruity goodness? Does it taste like tea? What's going on in your mouth, Nithya, when you drink the mango and strawberry?
Great question, Sammy. Thanks so much. I'll allow that. I pretty much just think I'm drinking a lolly that has no sugar in it. So it's a sugarless lolly when you drink the fruit teas. I think everyone can agree with me. If you're still around on this stream, please say in the chat, what's your favorite your favorite cannolio?
What is your favorite cannolio?
Sugarless fruit tea. Let us know in the chat, because I'd love to know. Do you guys happen to drink fruit tea at all?
I've had like an apple and black currant type one, I think, or just black currant perhaps, something like that. But that was all right, not too bad. Sammy, what about you?
Well, I do partake in my fair share of tea and coffee at the moment, but I'll be honest, ISO has got me back in strong to Milo, both the hot and the cold variety of Milo. There was a love affair for a good chunk of high school, and then we fell out a little bit after high school, and we're back in action. So I'm going at least a couple of tablespoons of Milo with my milk if it's a cold one, and we're going a little bit less if it's a hot one. How do you guys feel about Milo? Are you big fans of Milo?
It's a dangerous relationship that Milo and I have. I understand the sugar content of Milo, and it's dangerous that we share such a special relationship.
That's true.
I overpour the number of teaspoons in my Milo almost outweighs the number of teaspoons of milk that would be put into my Milo. I'm one of those types. So that's dangerous. But I do enjoy a cold Milo. I don't mind a hot one as well, but cold Milo is just easy. It's just
the colder it is, the more Milo you need. Would you guys agree with that statement?
That's very, very accurate. Yeah.
Could be accurate, yeah.
That might be something I have so much actually, because I usually just have them cold just for convenience factor. Like it's very simple just to put the Milo in, get your cold milk and throw that on top, and Bob's your uncle. You got a Milo. So
I actually wonder if it's better just to do like your 1 tablespoon of Milo, 1 tablespoon of sugar. But I've never actually heard of anyone who drinks Milo. Sorry, Jaden looks very shocked. Mum's lasagna, not dealing with this well. So I just think that you're not drinking Milo unless you have more than 1 tablespoon. But like as you were saying, Mum's lasagna, it's not very sweet without the 5 to 15 tablespoons. So would you agree that you're probably better placed to actually, just add a little bit of sugar to it. You make the Milo sweeter, and therefore you're not drinking the unnecessary sugar that the extra 10 teaspoons of Milo would be. Was that a confusing sentence? It felt like a confusing sentence.
We might even start at the very beginning of that story just to take it all the way back again and go, okay, we're starting with tablespoons now. We're not just going to teaspoons, we're going with tablespoons, which is exciting. I like it. No, it's okay.
You started with that.
Yeah. No, I didn't start with tablespoons. I just started with lots of teaspoons, but that's all right. We'll go with tablespoons. So tablespoons I could get behind, except that it's very difficult to stir a tablespoon in your cup, I would assume. That would be my first criticism of tablespoons. And then adding sugar, I'm against it because I feel like there's so much sugar in the Milo already that I'd be okay with it. But I mean, each to their own. I don't want to knock it until I try it. So potentially one of us goes and makes a heaped tablespoon of Milo with potentially a tablespoon of sugar as well, is what I heard from Nitty before.
Don't put a tablespoon of sugar in there. Don't do that. Also, if you're watching, please check with your parents that you're allowed to drink this and eat this much sugar at 8 o'clock at night, okay? And everyone should be in their homes right now. Curfew has begun. But yeah, what am I? I'm seeing that some people have replied our tea with a peach and super berries. I've not heard of the Australian staple flavour, unless they were talking about Milo.
I think they were talking about the Milo. Yeah, yeah. And Toby's clarified that the directions do state 3 heaped teaspoons on the Milo packet. So look, I mean, it's probably true. It probably does say 3 heaped teaspoons. I would probably say that mine includes about 4 to 5. But depends on the size of the teaspoon. I mean, some teaspoons are larger than others. So yeah, all depends. It all depends. Now, I think what I'm hearing from the tech crew right now is that we are going to be jumping into Quiplash. Sam, any confirmation on this?
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Jaden. Thanks, mate. I have received confirmation from headquarters, and we could be looking like, there we go.
Wow.
We jumped into a room. They said it couldn't be done, but it has happened.
It's happened.
For the first time ever. You are part of history today, CY. We have jumped in on Quiplash going on right now. So this is one of our Quiplash rooms. We chatted about Quiplash. Quiplash, absolutely fantastic game. And I believe we've potentially got our very own Kaz, who won one of our prizes earlier on in the stream, hosting Quiplash right now.
I have heard that. I did hear those rumors, Sam. I don't in fact know what game we're playing on Quiplash. I understand there's a range of different types of games available on Quiplash. Hang on, no, we should know now. What type of game is this one? So this would be the one that you try to get everyone to choose your answer. Is that correct? Like you've got to try to make.
I believe so. So we're looking for classic funny guys here, Jaden. We're looking for real funny guys to come in with a couple of jokes and try to get people to guess their answer because it is the funniest. Have you played Quiplash before, Nithya?
I actually haven't, but I have watched it before, and I have not played this version, but it's looking quite funny. I like what they've got going on here. Spray on communism. Not sure how that was.
It starts with spray on. Okay, so
spray on cheese. I could be down for. Just spray a bit of cheese on the lasagna, on Jaden's mum's lasagna. Actually, that's a lie. That would not be doing it justice. That would be desecrating a holy place. If you were to put spray on cheese on the lasagna there.
Very rude. Rude to be putting on spray on cheese. Take that stuff off. You need the real cheese. Spray on Soviet Russia is an interesting one. Spray on communism is quite bold. I'm
not quite sure how you'd go about doing that, but it is bold. You are correct there, mate. We're going in with the second question here, CY. Let's see what we've got.
Let's see who's got the lead at the moment. I'm sure we're not going to get to actually know the person uh, in the YouTube chat, but No is currently in the lead. Whoever No is, whoever's named themselves No.
Congratulations, No. I think we actually just jumped in on the end of the game there. So we saw the winning question that gave No the victory. Well done, No,
Wow.
whoever you are. If you watch back this stream after the fact, because I don't think you can hear us if you're playing Quiplash right now. Well done, No. You are a trooper, and you can be part of the honorary commentary team right now. We can go up to a quartet to accommodate you, No. Congratulations.
And I think they're starting a new game. So for anyone in the YouTube right now, the potential is they're starting a new game very soon. So if you're still in the YouTube video with us, it might be worth checking with your leader who the who or what the code is and what the password is to get into that Zoom call and get yourself involved in a bit of Quiplash. So that would be my my recommendation, but I believe we're going to skip.
We're going to escape to another room. Am I right?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Escape.
We're escape rooming online, an online escape room. How about that?
Wow. Have you ever done one in real life, either of you?
I have done an escape room, yes.
I'm yet to do one, and I feel like I'm really missing out. I'm yet to do a proper escape room. I wish I had.
Was your room themed, Nithya? Tell us a bit about your escape room that you did.
They're always a bit like, they're a bit eerie if you've been to one, Sammy, and you would probably, you would know.
I have, yeah.
I think mine was like, we had to solve, oh my goodness, very apt for this time. I actually think it was about a virus that we needed to solve because it had killed the scientist, which isn't great. Condoning the storyline, but out of the two options that were given to us that day, that actually was the more PG-rated one. So we were happy to go into that one. And actually, Gavin Brown, the old youth pastor, took me there, and so did TK, who used to be on the youth team too, and Jess Somali, Mama CY. She was there too, and we all had a really good time. I basically did nothing. They all figured out what was going on. I found one thing, which was like the key, which was one key. They've got little things hidden around the rooms. I found one thing and held on to it until it was necessary. And I said, hey, I think I have the answer for that. And they all celebrated like there was no tomorrow. So yeah, that was my escape room experience. Nicholas had actually booked us in for one earlier this year, but with everything that went on, we actually had to use our credit because we weren't allowed to go.
The only escape rooms that exist are online at the moment.
Yes, exactly right. I think we're about to go see one. If that has been confirmed, I'll check with management. Hold up.
Fantastic.
I'm hearing a couple of minutes, Nitty. Don't know if you can confirm that or not, but I'm hearing a couple of minutes.
which is keeps us on our toes as commentators, as the terrific trio. I'm a fan of that. And we popped out. We'll have to see if we can head into another room at a later date. But that was good fun, guys. Wasn't that great to see?
Was great fun. And actually, I myself will have to pop out relatively soon because I'm going to be jumping on Scattergories. And I'm going to be playing and not going easy on anyone, as I did mention before. And I'm glad to hear that the sound is back, Sebastian. Thank you very much for letting us know that. But I may have to pop out. Are you two all right with that? And are you happy to take the reins?
Nitty, the what was it? The fantastic trio? What did you call
terrific,
it?
Terrific.
Terrific trio may have to become the dynamic duo for a short period of time. But we'll
I'm actually just getting confirmation from our backroom staff that we will be visiting just one more game for the stream this evening. So, and then we'll actually be wrapping up the stream, and it'll just be people jumping into their games for the rest of the evening. But if we can get our backroom staff working, we're going to pop into one more game before we pop off. And Nithy's going to head off to Scattergories, and I reckon I might head off to Hey Robot, and we can go and engage in ourselves.
Love it.
But we'll try to work on getting to one more final room shortly. What have we gone to? We've gotten to Quiplash. We've gotten to the escape room.
Did we end up
two that we've gotten to, guys?
Did we end up trying Pictionary, or we didn't get there in the end?
I don't think we got there.
We might. That might be worth it. We might be able to try some Pictionary. Let's see what's going on there. We'll give our tech crew a minute to handle that in the background, though. But they are crushing it tonight. Our tech crew. I know this is new ground. This is groundbreaking territory. Sorry guys, I know you can't hear me right now. New things going on for the tech crew to figure out and organise. So we're so appreciative of their work tonight. But yes, it's all happening. So we are going to cross to one final Pictionary game and view that one together, and hopefully it'll be all sorted out. Actually, hang on a minute. We might be going to Scattergories, I think.
I'm going to leave you guys to it, but thank you so much. I'm going to be signing out. This is Canolio. In and out.
Canolio, thank you so much for joining us. Go and beat people at Scattergories. We look forward to hearing back from your victorious.
I'm definitely going to give it my best try, Sammy. Thank you so much. Okay. All right.
Okay. Over and out.
This looks like Scribbly. What's your guess at the moment?
The moment, Jaden. So maybe we stay around for one more drawing and then we see what we can do. We maybe have popped out. We're popped back. We're back. Nithya is frozen, but she's here with us in spirit. So that's fantastic.
That's correct. That's correct. Yes, it's a flattering view of Nithya in the middle there. I'm sure she'll be very happy to see that later on. No, that's good. I like it. Now, Sam, that might be the end of our commentating journey together. It's been a privilege. But it looks like we might be signing off for the night.
I think that's highly likely, Jaden. We've got some other games to get to, like we said. What do you reckon you'll be popping into for the rest of the evening if you were to put one game out there?
Oh, look, it's up there. I think I need to have a look at this Hey Robot. I haven't had a look at this Hey Robot yet. I'm not sure what it's all about, but I'm all about learning new games.
I'll be honest, mate. It's a little bit like a packet of chicken crimpy shapes. You can't just play it once. You play it once and you'll be in for the long haul. You'll be in with your life group. You'll be in with your family. It's an absolute banger. I'll tell you what.
Okay, well, I'm definitely in then. I can't turn that down. If it's compared to chicken crimpy shapes, that's very difficult to turn down. So
I mean, I don't want to speak it up too much, but I reckon it'll live up to expectations in your mind. So go enjoy that, mate. Go enjoy that, and CY, if you're still watching, great to connect in with you. We've given you a bit of a tour of some of the board games, so they're going to be open for a little while longer tonight. So make sure if you haven't yet got into a game. Get into a game, check out what your leader sent through for the meeting codes. Please message Crossway Youth if you'd love some details and you haven't been sent them through yet. But for the Dynamic Duo, used to be Terrific Trio, now the Dynamic Duo, that's us signing out from the commentary box. Have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your weekend. Take care. We're here for you. If you got someone you want to speak to, make it be a leader or a staff member, or message us at CY. We'd love to connect with you and care for you during this time. Signing out, Jaden.
Signing out, Sammy. I will catch you soon. See you, CY. Take care.